Clark, and this is Breaking the News, the show that breaks the week's news and asks four opinionated panellists to put it back together again. With me are four brilliant comedians. On my right, we have Stuart Mitchell and Josie Long, and facing them are Jessica Fostekew and Stuart McPherson. In the news this week, John Lewis has turned to a surly teenager, giving his father the gift of a 90s vinyl for their Christmas campaign. The dad, a former raver, puts on the record and immediately starts reminiscing about the good old days when he didn't have Wayne's. And Sir David Beckham has been formally knighted for his services to football and British society at a ceremony in Windsor Castle. He was touched in the shoulders with a sword by the King, at which point the former England captain instinctively fell to the floor and demanded a penalty kick. Right, let's do it. Let's crack on with round one. This is the Broken News round, where our teams have to guess two major stories of the week that have been mashed together into one single news headline. So, Stuart and Josie, can you tell me what this is all about?
Space expert
Rachel Reeves
says Scotland's geography is one of the reasons the sector is in a strong position
for potential tax rises.
UK ministers say action is already underway to
Increase income tax. Sir Keir Starmer
has a licence to launch around 8,000 people from Saxford in Shetland.
Well, the first story is definitely the Chancellor's pre-budget speech.
Well done, that is the right answer, Stuart. Yes, it's been described as an unusual move, but this week Chancellor Rachel Reeves made an unprecedented pre-budget speech in Downing Street. When asked about what moves she may make in the budget, the Chancellor said she would do what is necessary, not what is popular. Tory leader Kemi Badenoch called the Chancellor's speech one long waffle bomb, which coincidentally is also the only broadcastable nickname for Boris Johnson. And there we go. Well done in getting the right answer, Stuart. So what do you think then? Did Rachel Reeves give anything away?
Well, I think it's clear that taxes are going to have to rise because the economy were £2.9 trillion in debt. Aye, that's all. Aye. And I mean, that's actually the same size as the whole economy. And we're paying £100 billion a year in interest payments. I mean, have we never considered a 0% transfer balance?
Things don't look good. I don't know, what do you think, Josie, there? Did Rachel Reeves give anything away?
Well, the thing is, so I'm going to shock you. I'm not an economist. But luckily, neither is Rachel Reeves, so we've got that in common. She has made up two rules about what she can and can't do spending-wise. She's made up two rules, that she's not going to borrow to spend day-to-day and that she must tackle this debt, right? But it's not really acknowledging what the debt is and how it actually could be done. And she made up the stupid fake rules and she could change them any time. And it really reminds me of people who are like, no, I can't have a chocolate mousse. I've made one out of an avocado. It's like, you know you could just eat a chocolate mousse. No, I've made up a rule for myself that I can't enjoy life.
Stuart McPherson, what do you think about this then? Did Rachel Reeves give anything away?
No, it was one of those sort of pre-bad news announcements, wasn't it, to temper expectations. And weirdly, I'm not good with budgets and stuff, but me and my girlfriend are going on holiday next week, and she's put me in charge of the budget, and we're going to Japan. And I now empathise with Rachel Reeves. It's not nice having to give bad information, because basically I had to go in the front room yesterday and say, listen, I know you wanted to go to this art installation, but listen, it clashes with the sumo wrestling. And I want to get drunk and see some big lads in nappies going at it.
We've got Rachel Reeves saying she's not satisfied with 1% economic growth, but what about you in your life, Jessica? What are you not satisfied with at the moment?
Oh, I'm not sure I'm the right person to ask this because I'm in a relationship with another woman, so life's quite lovely for me. Yeah, I had a friend say to me recently, because, you had 30-something years in relationships with men and now you've been with the woman for a really long time, is there any difference? And it took me ages kind of thinking, it's 2025, I was thinking... I suppose it's the first relationship I've ever had where we occasionally get our pants muddled up. I suppose it's the first relationship I've ever had where we've got sort of effortlessly comprehensive and compassionate communication, zero status games, funniest partner I've ever had, most curious partner I've ever had, sort of effortlessly equal division of domestic drudgery, and yeah. In the moment, though, I could only really think of the pants.
So Rachel Reeves then said she wasn't satisfied with 1% economic growth. Stuart Mitchell, what are you not satisfied with at the moment?
Well, I think you just think you've got some disposable income, and then the Chancellor comes along and takes it away. Do you know? I've taken the leaf out Bonnie Blue's book, and I've joined OnlyFans. So if you go down Strathclyde Park this weekend, you'll see me touring the Bobby bus.
Well, if you want to see 1% growth, you know where to go. So now, Jessica and Stu, it's over to you. What was the other story we were after?
I think this is the story that the UK government has been urged to invest in the global race for space, and that's going to happen here in Scotland.
And that is the right answer, Jessica, yes. In a week where the UK government was urged to invest in the global race for space by a House of Lords committee, a leading space expert has been lauding Scotland's geography as the reason that we are in such a strong position here. Now, this is something that goes back many years. In 1957, the USSR proved that they were a serious contender in the space race by putting a dog into orbit. Well, Shetland Spaceport has a similar idea, but had to abandon it when they couldn't get the helmet on the pony. Did you know, Stuart McPherson, that Scotland had such a thriving space industry?
I did know this, actually. I learned this recently. I go for curries once a quarter with my mates. We call it Curry Quarterly. It's very witty. We're all stand-up comedians. Do this for a living. And it's basically three pals that do stand-up, and then one of our mates who's quit stand-up like 10 years ago. And we were having a curry, honestly, the other week. And you know how you just don't know what any of your mates do for work that have normal jobs? I hadn't been, we never speak about work. And he was sort of talking about work being stressy. And I was like, oh, what is it you do again? He's like, I work in space. I spat my poppadom out. I thought he was a librarian, this guy. He works in space. I was like, how's this not coming up in conversation more?
See, we've got very different mates, because my mates are all involved in the spice industry.
We're also very good at that in Scotland as well. Josie, what about you then? Were you aware of this? Did you know that Scotland had such a thriving space industry?
No, I didn't. And then, it does make sense that they were talking about, oh, we've got the right geography for it. And I was like, yeah, because Scotland's really far north, so that means it's closer to space, doesn't it?
Everyone in the crowd's going, she's very clever, that is right.
The problem with this whole bit for me is I am English. Sorry, I'm sorry. I can't help it. I was born with it. And this whole bit is inviting us as comedians to be cheeky about Scotland and say that it isn't sort of ready, perhaps, to be the next NASA, and it is inviting us to do that, but I'm not allowed to do it because, one, I've got a Scottish wife and I know the rules, and two, I just want to get out of here alive.
Stu, what about you then? How would you recruit more Scots into the space programme?
I don't know. Me and my girlfriend are sort of looking at the minute about maybe trying to move. And we kind of want somewhere with more space. And I'm thinking, space? Not that bad. If they figure out how long it takes, you could just see it as an extension of the commuter belt. It's basically like zero gravity Croy when you think about it.
Josie, we're going to need to staff this. Come on. How would you recruit more Scots into the space programme?
OK, so I only have one idea, which is tell them it's part of the qualifiers for the Euros.
Do you know what? We're there. After you play Belarus, you've got to go up to Mars. Scotland is home to the new Saxavord Spaceport in Shetland, where the traditional launch phrase 3, 2, 1, lift off will be replaced with get it right up you rocket. Yes, well done, Jessica and Stu. You get 2 points for that. It was the mashup of Rachel Reeves' pre-budget statement and Scotland's position in the modern-day space race. And well done at the end of that round. It is 2 points apiece. Now, much of our news is about public opinion, so to find out what stories people are talking about, we spoke to two friends of the show, broadcaster and auctioneer Natasha Raskin-Sharp and comedian David Kay. So, Jessica and Stu, what is our David on about here?
I think there's lots of Scottish places that could apply for this. Kilmarnock, Oban, Ayr, Cumbernauld, Kirkcaldy, Linlithgow, Bathgate, Ardrossan, Stonehaven, Ullapool, Alloa, Carnoustie, and that's just the first ones that sprung to mind.
I think the government are launching a new scheme that's it's like the UK Town of Culture.
That is the right answer, Stu. Well done. We're all familiar with the City of Culture programme, but a new Town of Culture initiative has been launched by Culture Secretary Lisa Nandy. The UK government said the first winning town would get £3.5 million to help it develop a cultural programme in the summer of 2028. Now, many of our towns here could be in contention. Scotland has so many beautiful sights to behold, whether it be the Kelpies in Falkirk, the Standing Stones in Callanish, or that guy punching a seagull in Largs. A cultural hotspot indeed. What do you think, Stu? Is this a good idea?
Well, yeah, I think it's good to shine a light on places that maybe aren't appreciated as much. It does feel a wee bit patronising, I think, of like, you know, if you're that cultured, you wouldn't need to say it, really. You know, it feels a wee bit like when I was at youth club and they gave me the Good Try Award. It was a wee bit, like it's come from a good place, but it's a wee bit condescending.
Yeah. Jessica, what do you make of this? Do you think it's a good idea?
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. Why stop at town? You know, if it makes people feel good, we should have Village of the Year, Village of Culture, Hamlet of Culture, Close of Culture, Tiny Model Village of Culture. Why not? But with descending money. And then I read that the winner of the Town of Culture, the first Town of Culture, gets £3.5 million. No wonder we're in debt. And that made me think, perhaps I could rebrand myself as a town. Town in need of a boost. I've got terrible infrastructure. I'm covered in potholes. I'm always complaining that I'm badly lit. I'm friendly in the day, but I'm scary at night. I've got a woefully neglected main thoroughfare.
Josie, what do you make about this proposal then? Do you think it's a good idea?
Towns, I don't think they have much. Like, cities have a cathedral, but, like, what do all towns have? They've got a hall. But they've not got any other rooms. There's not even a town landing. It's got a town hall. And there is one town in the whole of the UK that has another room, and that is Grantham. Grantham has a town bathroom. But they're not even allowed to call it that. They have to call it the statue of Margaret Thatcher.
Stuart Mitchell, what do you make of the Town of Culture? Is it a good idea?
Well, I think it would be funny if they ended up handing £3.5 million to a twat. Because that's a town's name.
Yeah.
It was either that or Cockermouth. And I didn't think you would put that in. Ironically.
Well, the Town of Culture could be a thing. Who should win it, though? Stu, I'll come to you first in this one. What town would you recommend and why?
Well, I've got to stick up for my hometown of Kirkcaldy. You know, it's not great like a lot of these towns are, but, you know, I think we've given a lot to the world. I like to defend it. Like, if you don't know Adam Smith, he's from Kirkcaldy. He's the economist, forefather of modern capitalism. That was us. I feel if Adam Smith could come back now and see Kirkcaldy, he'd be buzzing. If you could see the high street, 10 vape shops and a Greggs, you've nailed it, lads. That's exactly what I had in mind.
Stuart and Josie, it's your turn now. What do you think Natasha is talking about here?
Talk about an idea I wish I'd had. People are loving going from one extreme to another. Of course, it's taken British people forever to get into this. I mean, it's very good for you, but generally, on the continent, they do it in the nude. And come on.
I know what this is. This is that there's been an explosion, not literally, thank God, of sauna culture in the United Kingdom in the last few years.
Well done, Josie. That is the right answer. Yes, it has been revealed this week that the UK is in a bit of a sauna boom. The British Sauna Society said that the number of dedicated public saunas has indeed increased from just 10 in 2020 to 450 this year. Yes, saunas and ice baths have increased in popularity, with proven health benefits of going quickly from roasting to freezing temperatures, a process which we here in Scotland call summer. I don't know what you feel about this. Are you getting on board with this trend?
I love it. I've joined one of the posh swimming clubs in the West End of Glasgow, and it's changed my life. It's the greatest thing that's ever happened to me because I spend my life now in the sauna, completely nude, with women 30 years my senior who, out of nowhere, start very detailed conversations about their sex lives. It's one of the greatest things that's ever happened to me. I love it. The only problem is, I know I have a thick Glaswegian accent, but I'm actually from the south of England. And I'm used to living in London, and I was talking about this on stage, and I forgot that this city is too small and everyone knows my business. So I'm on stage and I'm going, oh, I love it there. Everyone's naked, everyone's telling me dirty stories. And these women to the side of the stage went, we know, we see you there all the time. Private! Oh, but yeah, it's changed my life.
That is life-changing. That is so different from the guys in a sauna.
I've been in a sauna. What a load of bollocks.
So, is it fair to ask you then, Stuart, are you on board with this trend?
Not at all. I always think when you're sitting in a sauna, you're just sitting there looking as if your shed's been robbed.
Near us, near where we live, there's all these big posh houses. Not where we live, but near. And they've all got them in their back gardens now. They've got the sheds, and it's like a bougie kind of status symbol. And like you say, it's such a new thing, isn't it? Like even 3 years ago, if you said to someone, you know, do you want to come round mine and sit in your pants in my shed? Sweating, and then we'll take a dunk in a big barrel like we're duking for apples, but there's no apples. You'd section them.
Stuart, I asked you because I wanted to be your friend.
Jessica, what do you think about this then? It seems to be that there is a growing trend for this. Are you on board with this trend?
I'm into it, and I think it is a craze. I'm from this seaside town on the Jurassic Coast, and they've got one of these saunas like on the beach. And now, after the school run, it's like the mums are possessed. They drop the kids off, and then it's like zombies. They all turn as one, but instead of the uniform of having kind of rotting flesh and eating brains, it's just a dry robe, whatever the weather, and a coffee in a reusable carry cup. And that's the uniform, and we all totter down together to get hot and cold.
Stuart, what about you? We're talking about the boom in saunas because it's good for our health, but what is the most unusual thing that you have done for your health?
I tried cupping once, but never again. My coffee burnt my buzz.
There we have it. A new trend of healthy hedonism is driving a boom in the UK sauna industry. Imported from Scandinavia, the idea of saunaing is much like flat-pack furniture in that it will leave you hot, sweaty, and looking at some extra parts that you weren't expecting. Of course, that is the right answer. Healthy hedonism and a rise in saunas is correct. And 2 points go to Stuart and Josie. This is Breaking the News from BBC Scotland with me, Des Clark. Now, this round is all about who's in the news. I'm going to play you a clip of a mystery person. All you have to do is tell me who it is. So, Stuart and Josie, you're up first this time. Who is this?
The work that I do here is the work that I want to do, although there have been times when I've had to choose between a job that I didn't particularly want and getting some painting and decorating.
Oh, this is Daniel Day-Lewis, isn't it? Around this sort of spat with method acting and with Brian Cox.
That is the right answer, Stuart. Yes, in an unexpected feud, Daniel Day-Lewis has hit out at Brian Cox for criticising method acting. Day-Lewis suggested that Cox's success had given him a soapbox which he shows no sign of climbing down from. Of course, Daniel Day-Lewis is legendary for his commitment as a method actor. Famously for his role in The Crucible, he spent 6 months with Stephen Hendry. So whose side are you on then?
Oh, I'm on Brian Cox's side. I think it's quite funny. I think you just do what you want to do, don't you? And I think it's all this pretentious nonsense. And I remember I did a sort of drama, and you'll get them all sort of shaking and all this and getting their face right and getting ready, and you think, you realise this is for the radio?
Jessica, go on, deciding vote. Whose side are you on?
I'm actually method acting right now. I'm actually in a film playing the part of a comedian who hasn't written enough jokes for this section of the show. No, it's actually very, very hard to speak about Daniel Day-Lewis on a show that goes out at a time where you can't say wanker. It's tricky because he's clearly a deeply annoying person to work with or have in your life, but he's good, isn't he? He is good. Apparently he lived in a tent for the whole time he was filming There Will Be Blood. My favourite thing about that film is my dad said, "What film did you go and see last night?" And I said, "There Will Be Blood." And he went, "I knew there would."
Stuart McPherson, it's the big debate. Whose side are you on?
I've got basically no regard for acting at all as a profession. They take it so seriously. Do you know what I mean? And Daniel Day-Lewis is the worst. You've got the Oscars and they've got these big long speeches and they're acting like they're, solving famine or whatever. It's kidding on. It should be like, the award for best kidding on this year goes to Cillian Murphy for kidding on. He was Oppenheimer. Oh, he had a daft hat on. He was sad.
Josie, what about you? We're talking about two great actors here, but have you ever tried to act your way out of a situation?
Yeah, I do it all the time, which is where I'm walking along and I realise I'm going the wrong direction, but I don't want strangers to think that I'm weird. So I have to, concoct a little story. Be like, hang on. Yeah, oh, right, sorry. Okay, I'll turn around then, yeah. And then everyone will just think I'm normal and I didn't go the wrong way. They'll think, oh, she had a good reason. She was obviously going that direction. She hadn't got it wrong. But then she had an emergency call and she better turn around. And that way just nobody thinks you're weird. Everyone thinks you're just normal.
But we're talking about the big spat between Daniel Day-Lewis and Brian Cox. Daniel Day-Lewis has accused Brian Cox of misrepresenting the craft of method acting as attached to some kind of lunacy, an allegation to which Cox replied, "Why you talking to me, Daniel? I'm a toaster." Right, Jessica and Stu, it's your turn now. Who is this and why are they in the news?
Welcome to Mr. Gruber's shop. I've brought you this marmalade sandwich, but it's only for emergencies.
That's Paddington.
Well, of course, that is Paddington. And Paddington the musical is here. After almost a decade in the works, the bear from Peru has hit the stage at the Savoy Theatre in London. Seeing how well the British public responded to somebody walking about London carrying a wee briefcase, Rachel Reeves nipped straight out to buy a red hat and a blue duffel coat. Stu, why do you think we are so obsessed with Paddington?
Well, he's an immigrant who came over on a small boat. And it's a pretty big hoose he's in. I've seen the film. The British public seem to be pretty obsessed with that at the minute. So it makes perfect sense to me.
Josie, what do you think? Paddington, why is the UK so obsessed with Paddington?
Because it is a society terminally in decline, devoid of ideas, pathetic, listless, yet refusing to die. Or because he's actually really cute.
One or the other.
One of the two.
It's hard to tell. Stuart Mitchell, Paddington the musical is here, but why do you think the UK is so obsessed with Paddington?
Well, we're not all obsessed up here, because, he had tea with the Queen. He wears red, white and blue. And he is a bear.
People are raving about it, but does it top your list? What is the best thing that you have ever seen live? Jessica?
I once saw a man ask for directions.
No, a real answer. I
loved it. No, to be fair, I genuinely made that up. Never seen it.
Stuart, what are your thoughts then? We've got Paddington live on stage in London. What is the best thing that you've ever seen live?
Well, I did actually see the video live when the Queen was with Paddington. And Paddington had the marmalade sandwich under his hat, and the Queen had Andrew's allegations under hers.
Well done on giving us the right answer. The legend that is Paddington Bear. The creator said that their animatronic Paddington is better than any puppet or actor could ever be. It's been described as magical by critics, and so I ate all those marmalade sandwiches for nothing by Daniel Day-Lewis. Yes, well done. Of course, Paddington is the right answer. And 2 points go to Jessica and Stuart. It's time now for our final quickfire round, which is all about deciphering the numbers in the news. I will read out a headline. All the teams have to do is fill in the blanks. So get ready, teams. When we run out of time, you will hear this.
I'm not having this.
That is Lorraine Kelly there, after being asked to present a TV show for more than 3 days this week. Right, get your fingers on the buzzers, and here we go. 1 in 10 adults do what every day? Josie.
Is it walk slowly in front of me in the middle of town?
Feels that way, doesn't it, at the moment? It's not that. Keep going. These are great. 1 in 10 adults do what every day? Stuart McPherson.
Is it visit Stuart Mitchell's Bobby bus?
1 in 10 adults do what every day? Jessica.
Parkour. I was sure that would land in this crowd.
Yeah. It's not parkour, no. 1 in 10 adults do what every day? Stuart Mitchell.
Get accidentally released for jail.
The answer is that 1 in 10 adults vape every day.
I'm not having this.
Oh, there's a klaxon. That means Lorraine has kellied. It's all over. And at the end of the quiz, our winners this week are Jessica Fostekew and Stuart McPherson. And commiserations to Stuart Mitchell and Josie Long. And we'll leave you with the breaking news. Breaking news just in. One of Scotland's most successful police dogs has hung up her harness. Amber, who was trained in Glasgow, can now relax and live out her retirement, no longer needing to sniff out drugs for work, but just for fun. Marks and Spencer's have launched secret support pants that offer men a subtle lift. It's a little message sewn into the hem that says, "You've got this, champ." Scientists in Aberdeen have developed a tool which they say can identify the type of meat in shop-bought ready meals and even the breed of animal it comes from. One critic said, "Personally, I think that's bull, but it could be horse." The news is broken. I've been Des Clark. Goodbye!